Alright, y'all. Made it to Fairfield Beach. I'm gonna find us a spot here. Put up. Kind of like this spot. It's done me good in the past. Got quite a few saugeye out of it. Nothing, no monsters, no nothing. I got another spot for that, but this one's done me good. Let's see if we can get out here on this point here. It's a beautiful day in Ohio. High 50s, low 60s. A little mucky. We just got a good old rainstorm last night. But if I'm being honest, we needed it. It's too dry. Get that water up and moving. Get the saugeye biting again. We got a little bit of a cold front coming in next week, so I'm hoping these guys are biting a little bit today. Trying to feed up before that cold front gets in. But if I can't get to my lucky spot up here in the corner, then we're gonna have to migrate to the other side of the channel, see what goes on there. But once again, such a nice day, people are gonna be out, and nobody likes claim jumper. So I want to stay spaced out from people, catch all the fish. Well, that's positive. Stopped to talk to some guys after I turned the camera off. Said they caught 4 or 5. Which means they're here. We just gotta find them. Man, did we get lucky. Got here. There's a gentleman over to my right, but he's probably 30, 40 feet that way. Which means we are good to go. I'm gonna get my spinning reel set up here, toss that in. Put some minnows on there, let her sit. Then we're just gonna start fan casting this area. Got a couple guys out on boats, just watched a nice ranger just leave. But sure enough, spot was open, so we're gonna take it. All right, we've got our simple spinning reel set up out there. Tossed it out there, probably about 10 yards or so, nothing special. Just trying to see what's out. But this is gonna be the money. This right here is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this right here, fan cast it, right around here while we let our minnows sit. This right here is our good old hog hunters, paddle tails. Did do a little customization here. I took it and I have a little spike it marker, a little bit of garlic red spike it, make us a nice chartreuse red clown. And that right there has caught me many fish. I'll get a video for you guys here sometime soon about hog hunters. I've got a special relationship with Kyle, the owner. Man, these things work. They will put a hammer in on the fish. And if you don't believe me, you just gotta try them. We get out here, start fan casting around. Trying to do anywhere from a slow, going medium, just straight pull. Figuring if they're out here and they're wanting to bite, they'll hit. And they'll hit them hard. But the goal, find out where they're at. You get about 10-15 minutes of just straight retrieve on these. Then we'll do a little bump and dump, little twitch, little action, give it to them, and then we'll switch colors if that's not working. But I got a gut feel on this clown. Just might get them fired up, because if they're here, that color's done wonders for me in the past. Let's see what she does. Just a little tip for all friends out there. There's guys that religiously live and die by soft plastics versus minnows. The argument's been there for years and years and years. You know, I'm a fan of snagged. Why not do both, right? So I'm sitting out here casting with soft plastics, trying to get a bite on that. But I also got that minnow out there just sitting. So I mean, you've got your passive fishing, sitting here just letting it sit. And then you got your active fishing, right? So not only am I capitalizing on two different types of fishing, I'm taking the time to figure out what they want. Because if I'm being honest, and they're sitting here banging on the minnows, I'm throwing a minnow on this rod, I'm tossing it out, I'm letting it sit. Because that's what they're feeding on. And if they're not feeding on them and they're wanting to pound on my soft plastic, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. There's no shame in multiple fishing. When it comes to saugeye, walleye, there's many ways to catch a fish. But the best way to catch a fish is just to optimize your fishing patterns. Why would I sit out here and waste my time on one method when I can throw legally 2 rods, one on a minnow, and then sit here and active fish with a paddle tail? Makes no sense. Well, you wouldn't. You just gotta get out here and fish. You ain't gonna catch fish from the couch. But while I'm out here, I'm gonna optimize my time. I'm gonna figure out what they're biting on, and I'm gonna switch over. Even if they aren't biting on minnows, I'm gonna leave that thing out there. So there's bass out here. There's white bass. There's largies. There's crappie. There's catfish too. They might just pick it up. You never know. You just got to get out there. You got to try stuff. Just keep throwing baits. Because the moment you stop is exactly when that fish just swam by, and you missed it. Another great tip when you're out here looking for saugeyes is look at the structure. I'm fishing all rock work right now. Something about the rocks, they love to hang out up here and just pin bait up in the rocks. So you got to look at your structures. You're not going to go into marshes. You're not going to go into tall grass. You've got to look for that structure. For some reason, I have never had luck anywhere. There had to be some kind of rock structure. Either rock structures or cliffs. I don't know what it is, but those two things are just hot for saugeye. They like that silty, sandy bottom that comes right off the structure, like rocks. And they just sit down there and hang out. They're just waiting for food to come around, especially since this time of year when they are just rare and that's why they tooth and nail and tell you that saugeye actually spawn. They don't spawn like walleye. They go through the motions, they lay their eggs, they fan them, but they're completely and totally inert. They're a cross breed between walleye and sauger, and they don't make fertile young. They just don't. It's a byproduct of the crossing of the two, which is a great species when you talk about stocking, because I mean, let's say 10 years from now, Buckeye Lake decides they don't want saugeye lake for whatever reason. Harper decides no, they're going to try to stock with walleye, whatever. All you do is stop stocking and fish them out. These fish will die off, and when they die off, there will be no more. It's not like when you introduce, say for instance, a muskie to a space. Those muskie will be there forever because they can actively spawn. These fish just don't actively create fertile young. So as far as species to target for game purposes, they're great. They taste good. They fight like heck. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Sure, bass fight, but you get a big mama saugeye on there and tell me that they don't fight. You get a 26-incher on your line and tell me that they don't break your rod. I've seen people do it. I've heard of people doing it. I've been blessed to not break a rod, but man, people do it all the time. It's a thing. These fish are hungry and they are angry. We're hoping it's a little early in the season now. I'm trying to get in on them. We'll see what happens. And of course, the moment I turn my GoPro off, I just get slammed. Thing didn't take it. Man, he grabbed it, must grab that tail, and just shook like crazy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's a little frayed up in there. Holes up top. Yeah, he definitely grabbed a hold of it. Man, I missed it. And that's the thing with these fish is the time of year we're talking about is they're in that wanting to feed. They're starting to feed. They're starting to get angry. They're starting to get hungry. They're trying to feed up for the spawn. And when they hit and they shake. Like there's tapping rocks, and everybody knows what tapping a rock feels like. The rocks don't shake their head. I don't know what it is, but you can tell instantly when you got one of these things on, because they grab it and they shake their head because they know they're hooked. And once they get that hook pinned, it's just real, nice and easy. Keep that hook pinned, and you'll put them on the bank. But man, I wish I would have turned my GoPro off. You guys have seen my rod bend. That thing wanted it, but for some reason just didn't get that hook. Man, that's the worst. That claim jumped. So they're fishing. And I didn't want to record it because there was a bunch of kids. God knows no one wants their kids on the internet. But, I mean, he came in with probably 4 kids and was crowding me out. I mean, not like we're in the middle of a pandemic or anything, right? But like normal common sense courtesy fishermen is you just don't claim jump someone like that. Literally had his kid set up 10 feet to the left and right of me, squeezed me in so I can't even fan cast now. So I'm working a 10-foot window at best. These kids are throwing their rods all straight across me, almost hitting me 2 or 3 different times. And it just sucks. There ain't nothing worse than that. But, you know, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna get over it. We're gonna move to spot number 2, which I was planning to try anyways. It just sucks that we had to go earlier than I wanted. Man, got a lot of these burrs everywhere. I love that my first video just getting loaded with people, but it is what it is. I packed my stuff up, I left, did the right thing, walked away, because all it was doing was irritating me and I wasn't able to get any fishing in. And they were throwing baits everywhere, so they were scaring all the fish off, but it is what it is. Wished them a good day, moved on. That's all you can do. All right, round 2. Let's go get us a spot. You can see it from the point I was fishing. I was fishing off of a point there on the other little islet there. We're gonna swing around here. I don't know, you guys might have been able to see it from where I was showing earlier, but right up around this bend here, there's like an old dredge or working platform or something. It's got a big old motor on the back. We're gonna go set up back there. Same setup, minnows, fan cast, minnows, fan cast. Figure out what they like. It's kind of wild. We're gonna basically start from ground zero here, right back to where we started. Same color starter. I know we only moved 300 yards across the channel, but man, you never know. This side of the channel might be a little more dingy, whatever, and they may be hitting on something that they weren't hitting on over there. We'll find out. All right, y'all. Clown just ain't working. I'm blown away that it's not working, but it just ain't working. So we're gonna get over here. Looking at a good old hog hunter's box. Don't throw your trash on the beach. Throw it in a bucket, take it home with you. Sorry for all the sniffling. It's cold. I got that cold sniffle and it's annoying. But can't decide if I want to try a good old dual twisty or some pink bubble gum up in here. I think we're going to try the twister tail for a little bit, and then we'll switch over to the pink bubble gum if this just ain't the ticket. But according to some of the older folks I was passing as I came out, they've been hitting pretty heavy on the orange recently. So, don't really have an orange that I like, but I think this bright red dual twister might do the ticket. It might be close enough to get the job done. Also, for all my Saugeye anglers out there that are cringing because I'm using a bait caster, give me a break. I only got one spinning reel, and I am not bringing one of my nice bass bait casters, throw minnows on. It's just not happening. So we're just gonna turn good old Spark Pro down on low and beam it right in the water. Good job. That's what we want. See what happens. I don't know how much I like this bait or not. Let me get some jigging action out of it. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't think you guys can see that, but the jig on this is something else. Alright, so I was able to find an orange jig head. Got that out. Rock and rolling. Tied it onto a little Mountain Storm paddle tail from Hog Hunters. And man, I hope this is the money. Because my dumb behind, it was bright and sunny earlier, came out here in a hoodie and athletic shorts. And it's just, that ain't working for me right now. I am too darn cold. But that's kind of my own fault. I decided to go out fishing in Ohio in shorts. There's my little eye jig. Found him, a little light, probably 1/8 ounce. I couldn't tell you by holding it what the heck it is, but it's on there. And we'll see how much longer I can grin and bear it before we got to get the heck out of here. One bite so far, nothing super special, but you know, that's fishing some days. You guys are going to see the trials and tribulations of a true fisher, and I'm not going to sit here and hide you and tell you I caught a fish every trip I go, because it just don't happen. You're just not going to catch fish every time, and that's okay. All right, y'all, that point was a bust. Other than that one bite, nothing. So we're gonna go fish this corner up here. That'll be the last one for the day, because I'm getting cold and I am just not feeling it. Should have dressed warmer, because it's a shame I am gonna miss peak fishing hour, which is right as that sun's going down. These fish are gonna start hammering stuff. I just feel it. But my dumb behind decided I was gonna dress like I'm a Florida bass fisherman instead of cold water Ohio fishing. But you know, it's the name of the game. Sometimes you make dumb mistakes. I like wearing shorts in the very beginnings of March. So we're gonna go try this point. Let's see if we can get at least one for you guys before we get out of here. All right, y'all. You got this little dock here. You can see it. I mean, just docks lined up. So in the summertime, people come back here. I don't know if they rent them or what, but people fish them all the time. Sit right up on here and fish. So I'm gonna work my way around here through my minnows on the bottom. Anybody that's just slumping around may find those. We're just gonna work that same hog hunter bait. Nice and slow rolling. Get some jumps and bumps. If that ain't working, and then we'll see how she. And we love it, snagged. Oh, got a free. We'll see how she goes. All right, y'all. It's a bust. No fish today, but you know, that's kind of fishing. You get days where you're getting hammered the whole time, and then you get days like today where just conditions weren't right for me, and my dumb fault for wearing the wrong gear. I should have been down here in warmer gear. Should have came out maybe an hour or two later. It is what it is. You just got to get out there. You got to keep fishing. man, it sucks that I got pushed off my spot, because I guarantee you I'd have caught a Saugeye out of that spot, but that guy was there with his kids, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I figured let the kids have it and move on with my day. But that's all she wrote, guys. Let's keep it moving, keep the fish rolling. So I'm signing out with you today. Tight lines. See you on the next trip.